Hi everybody. Okay, so I decided to bust into my January Scraptastic kits, and that is because I already received my February ones and I hadn't even done a single layout yet. And I knew that there was two photos, or well, mainly one photo session that I really wanted to make sure that I used for January Scraptastic kit. So these are all from the Baby It's Cold Outside. I didn't get into my stash, I don't think, for really anything. There was only one thing that didn't come out of the kit, and well, yeah, so I guess one thing. And I'll show you when I get there. All right, so this is the first one that I did. It's a photo of my daughter and then my son standing in the background. Mid-December, I believe it was December 11th, we had some snow here, and it was a late start, and so as I was walking the kids out the door, they walked to school. I don't care if it's snowing, if it's a light mist. We only live a few blocks from the school, and so they walk. Unless it's like a big like rainstorm, which we do get a few of. So every once in a while they get a ride for that. But I wanted to document mainly because my son did not want to walk, and I thought that was kind of funny. And just, you know, the first snow of December. So you may have seen these photos or photos similar in my December daily, but I wanted to put them in 12 by 12. So I did one for my daughter and one for my son. But they are different pictures. So I decided to use the lighter teal. It was a solid cardstock back here to mat the 12 by 12, and then I used the darker teal as kind of my background. I'm thinking that I wish I had white ink, so I could have done like little white snowflakes. But in the kit there was these wood, like real thin wood veneer snowflakes, and so I colored them with my Copic, and I had the Copic out so I could show you which one it was, and I think I put it away already. Anyways, I just picked a color that I thought would match well enough, and it does. If you can see that, it's fairly close. I mean, here it almost looks tone on tone. It does kind of have a green hue to it, but that's all right because it helps make it stand out. And if you can see, when I tilt it towards the light, I put some stickles on them as well. I just used my Stardust, and I love clear stickles. They're amazing. So what I did was I just put some of the stickles on my finger, and then I just kind of pounced it on to so that I could kind of get all around because they're so delicate that it would be really difficult for me to try to use the tube. And then to glue it down, I just took my glossy accents. I put some on my finger again, and I pounced it on the back side. Now when I put the stickles on, because I didn't want to stickle it while it was on my layout, it did make the veneer curl, kind of curve, and so I had to press them down to flatten them out again, but they did. They flattened out just fine, and they didn't break, so that was good. I was a little bit worried about that. Okay, let's see what else here. I wanted to keep the layout really just real basic, so I just put what I matted here was this plaid, this blue plaid. It's just it's dark blue, light blue, and white plaid. It's kind of hard to see. I thought maybe I had a second piece of it that I could grab and show you, but I don't. If you can see that back here. Let me see if I can get closer. And on the back half of that is this navy blue color, and so I use that to kind of ground my photo. And then I wanted to kind of tie all of those colors, the light teal, the dark teal, and the navy, all together. So I used this polka dot paper here, and I love this polka dot paper. I just love it. So by doing that, I brought in another color, which was the red. And so I decided to kind of just embellish with the red, just to kind of bring it into the layout. So I used the washi that came in the kit, and it is, might get a better view up here. It's this little heart. It's like a stitched heart. So I used that down here and up in the corner, and then I used the, this is like from the Cut Apart, and it's You Warm My Heart, and I just stuck that down here. And then here is one of the stickers, and it says Let It Snow. Here's another sticker, and it says Hello Winter. And then one of the flares that had the little mittens and the hearts, and that's what I put up here. I used the die cut and I put it sideways, and I like that it's like barely noticeable. I just think it's kind of a fun little detail. It says Warm and Cozy. And then this here, it was like a strip. It almost looked like a doily, but it came in like a strip. I had 2 of them, and I can't find the other one. I don't know what I did with it, but I just got it in my birthday package today. And so I cut it in half, and I put half of it up here and then half of it down here, and I thought it was a great way to kind of put like a border by the photo. It wasn't long enough. That's why I chose here and down here for my embellishment area, because it kind of came about an inch away from the edge of the photo. So real basic and real easy, and I love the way it turned out. The alphas came in the kit, and they're the see, I had to cut the branding strip off so that I could fit it in my little kit thing. It's the Mint, the large alpha by Fancy Pants, and this is how they look. But what I did was I took I don't remember if this came, I think this did come in January's kit. The metallic marker in the teal. And I just outlined them. I went around them to just really make them pop, and I thought that that was perfect. I love that. So I just titled it Snow Day, and that was it. For my second one, I also kept that one really, really simple as well, and this one is my favorite. I love the way that this one turned out. Isn't that so cute? So this wood grain came in the kit, but I believe I don't know which one it was that you were supposed to use. Well, I mean, you could use either one, but maybe it was the wood grain that was the actual one for the kit. So I used the wood grain. I used the rest of the polka dot that wasn't used on the other one, and I have like a small strip of it left. But I loved the way that it looked with the wood grain. I took some of the red, and I wanted to use the red for the mat because my son's zipper is red, and I thought that that would kind of just bring him out in the photo a little bit more. And he looks okay in this photo, but he was not happy about walking to school. So that's kind of what the story is about. I took some of the snowflakes and I threw them around the layout, only on the mat, and I kept them in the neutral wood grain color. I didn't change them at all, alter them. I thought that they went well with this layout and the form that they were, so I just glued those down. Oh, I used, what is on the back of this? Yes, okay. So I used the kind of grid paper, not grid, whatever this paper is, I can't remember what it's, ledger. I used the ledger paper that's on the back of this. I think that this is actually the paper that was meant for the kit, but I wanted to use this just so that I could journal in the title. I used the same red here to put like a little punched border here, and I chose this one because they were walking to school, and it's got the notebook, kind of like pulled a notebook paper out, you know, look to it. And so I thought that that would kind of incorporate the fact that they were walking to school. I used this wood veneer. It's, oops, saying it's dying here. Okay, my camera's dying. I used this wood veneer that said Snow Day, and I thought that that was really cute for the layout as well. I outlined the same font that I used for the first one, and I actually outlined it on this one first because it really wasn't showing up on this one. And then I went back and titled that one. Here I put Burr, and that came, whoops, I bumped you guys. That came in the kit as well. It was one of the die cuts, and I just went over it with some of the tea dye Distress stain because it was really bright white. It was stark white, and it was like popping too much. So I just went over it with a real light hand with my Distress tool. And then my journaling on this, this is supposed to be a really funny title. I'll read you the title ties into my journaling, it's the first time I've ever done that. And I thought it was really kind of fun to do it that way. I put, Austin didn't want to walk 6 blocks to school because it was cold and it had snowed about an inch. Yeah, well, I walked to school in snow uphill both ways. And that was just I was being really sarcastic there. And obviously, that story that little old men tell, I walked to school in the snow, uphill both ways. So it was supposed to be kind of funny. So anyways, this is the layout that is supposed to go in my son's album. Even though I don't actually have albums specifically for my children yet, I'm still making layouts that when I put an album together for them, I will have layouts that I can pull that will go into their album. So this one was specifically made for my son's album, and this one was made for Jaden's album. So I hope you enjoyed, and this is probably all I'm going to make out of that kit because I don't have a lot of snow pictures. So I'm probably going to put that one away. I don't know. I'm going to look through and see if there's anything else I want to do before I do that. So if you don't see any more, don't be surprised. Thanks all for watching. Bye.